Today we're going to be reacting to the brand new 21 Pilots song, Drag Path.
So Drag Path was released on the Digital Remains version of Breach for the first week, and it was only accessible then. What they've done now is they've re-released it with some edits so that it's this new version of it that still kind of sounds like the original, but they wanted to keep that original special for all the 21 Pilots fans that, you know, bought that in the first place. So we're going to be reacting to it now. First time hearing it. We've not listened to the Breach album yet, so this will be interesting.
When I see the devil's eyes, I'll look away and smile wide.
Tyler's got such beautiful vocals.
You found me, then I'll know you're also there.
Very calming so far.
Proof is in the adversary. You found me.
In the background there, you can kind of hear that like warped synth sound going on. It's kind of like a little bit like, I don't know, I know you like to use this analogy, being on a little alien spaceship and you can hear all the kind of beeps and boops going on. I like that. I'm interested to see where this is going to go. Do you think there'll be an influx of energy?
There must be. I expect there will be with 21 Pilots, but they might surprise us.
A drag path etched in the surface as evidence. I've left there on purpose, a sad
Josh's drumming just helping to carry that beat.
on the surface. Can you find me when I see the devil's eyes? A current travels down my spine. You found me.
Liked how the beat matched up with the vocal delivery then in that You Found Me.
Etched in the surface as
We've got that thumping bass drum added now. Gives it a bit more life.
a sad laying on the surface. Can you find me? I dug my heels into the ground.
It is very somber, isn't it?
Feels quite cinematic almost.
Yeah.
A drag path etched in the surface. Can you find me?
Nicely.
I'm waiting for it to kick in.
I don't know if it will. I don't think that's the vibe they're going for with it.
Oh, big bells to match the drums there.
Oh. I like that we had this kind of chorusy part, or whatever you want to call it, previously, where it was all a bit somber and his vocals were being a lot more kind of, I don't know, it was more in a minor key. It was a bit more, I don't know, sad, I guess. And then when we get to this point, it's opened out and now it's this huge sound and we've got Tyler's vocals reprising what he did before, but like in a higher register almost, and it sounds a lot more joyful. It sounds like there's a bit of hope.
It sounds epic, if anything. I think that's the perfect way to describe it. It feels like we've come into a grand moment, but there's still a while left, so let's see if we go back down.
Josh is so talented. That higher end note and then harmonizing with the next line.
thought that was relatively straightforward, really, but just built up really nicely. Some fantastic drums, some really good vocals. The vocals throughout it was so clean.
I think that's something that 21 Pilots does really well, which is kind of have this motif that they've got in mind where they kind of deliver it in a much more, like I say, somber and kind of lower energy part. And then when we get towards the center of the song, they let it swell. And then they keep that same motif, maybe change it slightly and kind of just create this giant sound, this wall of sound. It just sounds so warm and nice. And again, just trying to remember that there's only two of them, it shows that, you know, Josh's drumming is a large part of the songs every time. And whilst this time he kind of stayed in the pocket, it added enough to keep the beat going. Like we heard the snare come in initially on that first verse. Well, first verse had nothing really. Then we had the snare come in. And then when the bass drum was added, it was just enough to kind of, okay, we're building here, we're getting to something. And eventually it all just opened out.
For me, it was quite nice. The only 21 Pilots album I've listened to in full is Blurry Face, which we did on the channel. So let us know if we should listen to Breach, etc. as well. However, on Blurry Face, it felt like there were quite a lot of experimental sounds and different strange instruments being used and vocal effects and stuff. This felt a little bit more like a safer track, but I liked that. It gave me a proper, like, end of season TV show. We're having an amazing reunion moment, and I think that they did a good job.
Yeah, I think I'm intrigued to see if this is actually the sound of Breach, and I think that is something that we do need to listen to. I know a lot of 21 Pilots fans out there watch Blurry Face, and in the comments, I think the most requested album for us to listen to was Breach. There's a couple of others in there. I do want to go back and listen to Vessels at some point, but Breach is one where it seems like the fans really resonated with it, and if this track is anything to go off, I understand that, because this kind of has, I want to say, a comfortable feel. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of got like it just makes you feel warm inside. It makes you feel nice. And like you say, it is cinematic in a way that I feel like when you're listening to this style of song from 21 Pilots, you can kind of draw your own conclusions. You can kind of imagine your own scene. And I know for a fact that the music video for this is actually some form of stop motion or something to that effect. And they've actually put a lot of effort into that. In the age of AI, when people can very easily just generate their graphics, they can generate their animations, it seems like 21 Pilots still really care about their art rather than just being, oh, we'll just put a song out and people will like it.
I'm intrigued to know, they said in a video that the original version of this track that was only available as an extra to the album is slightly different to this released version. If anyone has heard the original version of it, what's changed? What little tweaks have they made to it? Because did it sound very different or just slightly? I'd really like to know.
Yeah, because they were saying that they've restructured it, so they've taken some parts and moved them around and this, that, and the other. But they said that they've left something out that they've only had on that original version, so that the people that purchased it can feel like they've got something special. Which again is great of 21 Pilots.
Yeah.
They care about their fan base so much, and I love it when a band does that. They've got all the lore behind them. They've got, you know, they've got all the music videos. They've got all the characters. Everything about them is great. But I am very intrigued to know, what did they leave out? Because was it a better track? Is this kind of like a nerfed version of it? Are we just hearing kind of like, yeah, you can have this, but the real fans will get the better version of this song?
Well, if you've enjoyed this video, please do not forget to hit like and subscribe and leave a comment. Let us know which 21 Pilots album we should listen to next.
Thank you very much for watching.